people. It can't be before you long because I got things to do and things to finish. But basically, long story short, I'm getting a story from someone where they pretty much lost their girlfriend to her girlfriends. Now this has become a common problem, not just for guys, but also for women. Sometimes the women feels like they're losing their boyfriends to the homeboys, which this shouldn't be, but because of modern day traditions and because of the way that they are modernly now, it wasn't done like this before. They didn't have to worry about stuff like this before. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm watching myself across the street. Yeah, so basically, like I'm saying, they didn't have to worry about this stuff before. We're putting people before people because time was spent at home. And what friends have to understand is that when somebody get a boyfriend or a girlfriend and it's real and it's serious, they have to give more time to their significant other than they do you. When you become married, it's not you marrying the friends and you marrying the family. That you have to be able to balance that. A lot of the time, I feel like a lot of people have a hard time balancing that nowadays, and it's causing a lot of trouble. And I've been through it several times. With the girlfriends, and the one that it's not that you got to give up anybody. You don't have to cut anybody off, but you have to understand that this person now is going to demand more of your time. And you have to build. This is someone that you're sharing your life with, someone you're becoming one with. This is not your homies. This is not your friends. Someone that you're going to see sometime in the know. This is going to be someone that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Now, I understand you have to be able to prove yourself worthy, because a lot of time you're not going to start giving a person all of your time until they're proven worthy. You want to prove to them first that you're going to be real, and that you're not going to walk out on them, you're not going to leave them hanging and stuff like that. But for the most part, a lot of people, like I said, everything is just modern. It's way too modern. And these modern day principles is what separate a lot of people. A lot of people are single, they don't have anybody, or when they do have someone, it don't last so long because we've strayed away from the ancient principles. And see, this is what's going to cause problems, and it's causing problems, and it's been causing problems. It's going to continue to cause problems. What you have to understand is everybody has their place. The girlfriend's place is the girlfriend's place. The friend's place is the friend's place. The family place is the family's place. Everybody has a place, and we must hold according to those places accordingly. The moment you step out of those places is when you cause a lot of problems in your place. Let that sink in. So he lost his girlfriend to her girlfriends, and she was spending more time with them and giving them more of her time. And then he got fed up with it and was like, it's more or less like it's either me or your friends. And she answered it for him. She chose her friends, and I know that had to hurt her. Because I've been through stuff like that before. And I don't look for nobody to cut nobody off. Just don't neglect me. Act like I'm your first priority if you want to be that first priority. But the moment that you stop doing that, I'm going to stop doing that. And that's what causes problems. It's not being petty. It's getting what each one does. No one deserves to give half and then you giving nothing. Someone giving whole and then you giving nothing. No, it's half and half. And that's where it's supposed to be. 50-50. In my opinion, 100-100. Sometimes everybody's stuck in these teenage lands in their mind. Go out with the girlfriends, go out with the dudes. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but you gotta put limits on that, man. Especially when you're getting more serious and headed towards marriage. But I feel for you, brother. I can't put your name out there, I'm not gonna put your information out there, but I feel for you, and I pray that God would give you someone that would really take the time out to really commit themselves to you as you do them. And I pray that God will give you a wife one of these days, because nowadays it's very scarce. Everybody's too kiddie-minded. Their minds are so kiddie. They're trying to mimic what they see off of TV and these different reality shows and reality TV, trying to mimic what they see on Hollywood. And that's not real. That stuff is not real. And then you try to mimic that, and then you wind up single while they having a good time. They getting paid for this stuff. You ain't. You don't understand. You ain't getting paid for that. They are. But yeah, man, I feel for you, brother, and I hope the best for you, and I hope you find someone that's willing to woman up and be that woman she needs to be to you, man. Because I've been through it. I've been through that several times. Several times. Especially you're more so gonna deal with that when you're dating women that's a little younger, in their early 20s, early 30s.